Defensive back Deshae Townsend won Super Bowls 40 and 43 with the Steelers, and he joins us now on First Take. Deshae, take us inside a Mike Tomlin coached team. What happened last week around the Steelers?
Well, the Steelers, they're going to be very prepared. The coach is going to try to take as much pressure away from the game and let the guys just relax and go out and play football. But, one thing about the team, you have enough veteran leadership where the young guys would not be too overwhelmed once the game gets going.
What's Tomlin telling his team and those young guys in particular as they arrive in Dallas for the Super Bowl?
Well, the first thing he's going to tell them is of course, is to stay out of trouble. He going into the other Super Bowl, he always said, if James Farrior is not doing it, you should not be doing it. So he made sure that the young guys are following the veteran leadership. If James Farrior is watching film, make sure you're doing it. So he's going to, rely on his veteran guys to go out and lead by example.
Don't be that guy, as Mike T likes to say. Maurkice
That
Pouncey,
is, don't be that guy.
Right. Maurkice Pouncey, their young Pro Bowl center, he's unlikely to play with an ankle injury. How will this affect the offensive line and Ben Roethlisberger, Deshae?
I think it will affect them, a little bit. Especially with Pouncey being a Pro Bowl player. Everything starts up the middle of your offense, and Legursky will come in and do fine, but it's not going to have the presence that Pouncey would have. Even on the outside with Clay Matthews getting a chance to put some pressure on the quarterback, they're not going to be able to double team as much with that tackle because you're going to have to help Legursky out a little bit. So it could affect them a little bit in this game.
The Packers, they like to spread you out, and they can go as many as 5 deep at wide receiver. They can really cause some matchup issues with your secondary. You obviously were once a member of that Steelers secondary. How do you expect Pittsburgh's defensive backs to play the Packers receivers?
When we played them last year, it was we probably gave up 385 yards passing, which is something that we never want to do. But I think for the most part, they're going to concern themselves with not giving up the big play. If they go out and make them go the long route, Coach LeBeau can come up with enough pressure where he can make up for some of those 4 and 5 wide of receivers that they're able to put out. We have 3, 4 good defensive backs in that secondary, but they have 5 guys that caught 40 passes this year. So it's going to be a big challenge for the secondary.
All right, this answer seems a little obvious, but I'll ask you anyway. Who wins Super Bowl 45 and why?
I'm a little bit biased. I
Really?
try to watch the game now. Try to watch the game now in an objective way, but I think the matchup favors the Steelers. If they're able to go out and establish a run game, make it where they're not one-dimensional, and then the defense I feel like can go out and contain Aaron Rodgers. I think James Harrison and Lamar Woodley can apply some pressure to the quarterback, so I think my pick would have to be the Steelers.